It's another beautiful day. Um, we are bringing our word processing with Microsoft Word to a close. I'm so excited. You know, I really feel like showing my face right now, but I'm recording this video in the middle of the night, so I'm just going to make sure that the video is very interesting and you are not missing the excitement we had during the live class, okay? So I want you to promise me that you're going to watch it to the end. Because I really feel like showing my face. But I can't show it right now because I know when my face is here and you can hear my voice too, you are able to follow appropriately. But I'll do better next time. Promise me you're going to watch it to the end. And it's not so long, okay? Alright. My name is RTL. I think I have picked that name for now. And I will be teaching you some more tips and tricks, okay, using Microsoft Word. You know, we started very good, and I love the way you all turned your assignment in. You did so amazing, right? You wrote about yourself, fantastic content. Everybody really did very well. I'm so proud. Okay, so you remember what we did. We are going to definitely talk about that in the course of this class. So in this class, we will be inserting images and creating a fun project. We're going to just, pick as much as we can cover, right? And make our Microsoft Word pop. We want to make our document pop. We want to make it look beautiful, all right? So let's get started. What we did learn. What did we learn during our last class? Can you tell me? I'm sure something is running in your mind. Exactly. Yes, that was what we did. We talked about, making our word pop. We learned how to apply some formatting, making it bold, applying an italics, having some underline, and then, typing out our content. Okay, you remember the typing challenge? If you have not done yours, it is best you check your typing skills, okay? And make sure, please, do not use one hand when you are typing. Make sure your fingers are set on the home key rows. Do you know what the home key rows are? Oh, you don't? The home key rows are the ASDF, and then if I'm reading from my right, is colon LKJ. So you let your fingers from the pinky to the index finger, you just set it on these home rows and you are typing fantastically. All right, make sure you catch up on that video of our day 1 to see how that is done. Okay, so let's move on. Yes, so I will be leaving my presentation and then I will be staying more with Microsoft Word. So first, we're going to insert images into our document, okay? I hope you are not bored because you are not seeing my face, but you can hear me loud and clear. All right, so let's go. So I say, let me show it to you. I'm going to launch my Microsoft Word. You remember I told you I use a very dark Microsoft. I use a Mac. So when it's in the night, my computer is dark. So that's why you are seeing it dark like this. Don't get scared. So you remember I actually gave this assignment out, but I used this during the live class, so I'm going to be adding more. Okay, so let me remind you. Let me show you something. I want to add images to my documents, okay? So what we did was our assignment, the one we had, we now continue typing on that document. The one you wrote, you typed out about yourself, describing yourself and all that. Yes, that same document. Just pick it and continue where you left off. Now we are going to add images. There are 3 ways to add images to our document. Okay? So I'm using Microsoft. I'm using Mac, but Microsoft Word is 95% similar on all operating system. Operating system is just what I am using. Like I'm using Mac, It's the kind of computer, the way it, I just want to use a simple term to describe it. It's what makes your computer work. Let's just leave it like that. I don't want to say it in another way. So pretty much I'm using a Mac. Now I want to insert images into that my document on the dark screen. What will I do? Three ways I can get it done. I can select insert, okay, pictures, and then I will pick the picture. So let's go to Microsoft Word. Don't let me stay on this my presentation slide. So this is my Microsoft Word. Now you will see I said that I love reading. So let's say I want to bring in the books. This is my own hobby, okay, and then I want to continue typing. So I want to bring in a nice image here. There are three ways I can get it done, right? I can click on insert. Alright, so I clicked on that. Insert from my menu. Okay, that's step one. When my insert tab, when I click on it, it drops down the content there. So I can see pictures. If I click on the little arrow beside the pictures, I will see the three ways I can add images. So let's start from the bottom. Online pictures. Online pictures is more like, let me click on it. It's Microsoft that has it. You know, I told you about, I gave you the overview of Microsoft where I mentioned Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and the likes during our first class. You see, this online pictures is actually owned by Microsoft. It's Microsoft Picture Gallery. It allows you to search for images. So when I click on that, it then brings it out. It brings out the dialog box. Okay, this is the dialog box for online pictures. So I can search Bing. You see this Bing, it says search Bing. I'm sure you can see, though it's a little bit transparent, but Bing, it's the search engine for Microsoft. Okay, just like we have Google for every other one. So now I'm going to pick on this search Bing and type books. Pardon my background noise. Okay, so I just want to type books, and then I click on enter. Look at quite a number of books here. Alright, so because I love books, let's pick this because this is a bookshelf. So I'll click on it, and then I'll click on insert. Right, as I click on insert, it's going to show me downloading. It's going to download the images, and the image would be the image, I beg your pardon, not images, because I only selected one. So it's going to bring the image and display it nicely in my document. How cool is that? Let me close this so that I can let you see the image. Can you see? Wow. Wow. So when the image gets to my document, I can always reposition, resize, and make it fit as I would like it to be. So I'll be doing that now. Now when an image drops, you will see the different points. You can see this white point. It just, wrap around the image. I will just be selecting one of them and tune it down. I want to resize. I'm resizing. And now I'm doing that is I'm clicking on any of the point and dragging it down. I am actually picking the one at the top right because I want to maintain the size. I don't want it to smear. I don't want it to just look ugly the way I wouldn't like. So I will just I'm not holding anything. You can see I am clicking on this point now. See, it's already squishing it, squeezing it, and it's not looking fantastic. So I just did something now. I press Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z is it's a way to say undo what I have done. I'm going to be sharing with you a cheat sheet. Just contains some Microsoft Word shortcuts that you can use to brag around like, yeah, I'm a cool guy. I know how to type in Microsoft Word. I can do amazing things. So let me resize this again. I picked from the top right corner. If I pick from the top left as well, or the top bottom, I beg your pardon, the bottom, and then the right or the left bottom, I will get a perfect resize. So that's how you resize him. You can see it's getting it's getting smaller. So I resize and reposition appropriately the way I want it. Okay. So there is something I want you to know again. If I like the way the image is here, fantastic. But if I want this content below that says, do you know what I love to do in my free time? Okay, I want it to be beside this image. So I'm going to wrap it. Just the way you wrap shawarma or the way you wrap whatever you are wrapping anyway, maybe your sandwich and all. So I'm going to wrap the text. So now I'll pick this and then I'll select square. So you see, when you wrap the text, they have different functions. You can see wrapping by square, tie, through. Sometimes when you say through, that means you want the image and you want the text to flow through. When you say top and bottom, you don't want anything. You can see the way the image is, just show you an overview how it will look. So I'm just going to stick with square right now. So this is it. Now, ta-da! I've been able to start image from Microsoft Online. Now, do you know that if I'm not connected to the internet, I can also still insert image? So what I will do is, I'll still click on my insert tab, right? Pick the picture. You remember I told you that the online one is because it's on Microsoft. So I can pick picture from file. When I select this, all right, it just loads my file explorer for me. Also, in my case, it loads my finder for me because I'm using a Mac. So I will then look carefully, where is an image? So I'll just pick anywhere I have the image. If I don't have it, I could have downloaded an image of a book. But right now, I just want to go with any image on my computer, and I'll click on insert. How cool is that? So you can see this is the image. So this time around, I didn't go on Microsoft. I just picked it from my own computer. All right, and I'm resizing it. I'm clicking and dragging. I pick the edge and I'm dragging. But this time, I do not want to bring the content beside it, so I just want to leave it here. So, and it's okay. So now, you go ahead now. You can pause this video, try it out. Make sure you can insert image effectively. So the third option, let me just take you through that quickly. Right? There are tons of activity that you can do with images. The third one is just you picking from a photo browser. That is, if I select it, apparently, you can pick, let's say, I can snap myself. I can snap maybe from, if I have a webcam or webcam embedded in my computer or my laptop, I will take a picture and then I will be able to browse. But unfortunately, as you can see my PC right now, I don't have any picture snapped, so I would respectively pass. So I'll click on close. But if you do have that, that's another way to add pictures. So you can pause this video, as I mentioned earlier, try it out and add pictures. Fantastic. So now, welcome back. So the next thing that we will be doing now is, okay, I just show you how it looks like in a very light Microsoft Word screen, not like my dark one. So yes, so in the class we insert some images. So make sure you do. I know that you have done that and now you are back. All right. So this is what we are going to. We're going to stay with our Microsoft Word document and do more. So for this A, we have already done that. For B, we have resized and repositioned our image. We're going to align our document, and insert some page numbers, apply some stylish fonts, add bullets and numbering. We just want to make some pop, create tables. So let's head back to our Microsoft Word. Here we go. Now, I inserted this during the class too. I typed some of this before the class and all that. All right, so now let's do more. Or maybe I should just create a new document. Look at how fluffy this dog is looking. All right, let's just create a new document. I'm sure you know how to do that. Did I tell you how to save? Once you type your document, you should save, okay? How you do that is just, you click on the file, you will be able to see save as. The first time you are saving is when you do save as. So let's save this document before we proceed. So I'm going to save now. That's the first thing you do. So I'm going to save it as practice, all right, and I'm storing it inside a particular folder on my system. So you would see a different save, okay, pardon me. You see a different dialog box because you are using a Windows. I am using a Mac. So I always say that so that you'll be wondering, oh, RTL's computer is different from mine. Yes, it's different from yours. Okay, so let's type quickly. I'm going to be typing my hobby, and then I will say I love to, let's pick another hobby now. Listen to music. I actually do like to listen to music. I love um um the okay, I think I'm trying to, I love to listen to music. I love, and okay, let's just continue. And I enjoy it more when I am driving. I also listen to music when I am bored. Okay, so let's stop there. You would notice that I am typing and I am also applying my punctuations. Okay, so it's a good practice when you get to do that. Well, let me show you something. If I type my, I have not pressed capital letter for my first letter, right? But when I press space, Microsoft Word has what we call autocorrect. Okay, it is very intelligent. It knows that your first letter must be capital. So even when you forget to press your caps, it will just automatically, get it done for you. Right. Now, we want to align this my hobby. Let me clean this. I will just use my backspace to clean that. Now, this my hobby. I want to bring it to the center of the screen. How do I do that? So there are quite a number of ways, but I can do that by either just clicking in between the words there, right? I have two words, my and then hobby. And now I will come into, when I am at the home tab, you would see the formatting, alignment icons. These ones go to the left. You can see align to left, align to center, align to right, and justify. It just makes everything just look soft. So let's click it. Currently, it's by default, it's always aligned to left, but I want to bring it to the center, so I just click on it. Everything appears at the center. If I want to bring it to the right, if I click on it, all my hobby will just move to the right. If I want to justify, it goes back to the beginning, but everything just aligned properly without anything coming out. You will appreciate justification when you have a long document. So let me just quickly show you what justification is. Okay, in my previous file, right? Let's just quickly, let me show you what justification is when you justify your content. So I'll do it here. So to do it, I'll just make sure that I've highlighted the content, right? I'm highlighting everything, and then I'll click on justify. You will see everything just aligns both left and right. Everything ends appropriately. So let's head back to our practice documents and do more magic. We are making our word pop, right? So I would want to make it, leave it at the center. Okay. So that is how you align a document. You align your document center, left, or right, just to align the content to your document. Okay, so now look at the first paragraph that says, I love to listen to music and I enjoy it more when I am driving. I also listen and blah blah blah, all my stories. So let's continue. Let's say the list, the following artists, okay, are my favorites. Do you know where we are heading to? We're actually heading to numbering. I want to list out those musical, the artists that I love to listen to their music. So let's say Bob Marley, right? And then I told you, I am actually holding my shift key down while I am typing, so I'm so used to it by default. Okay, so let's come to some Nigerian music. Let me type Ashake. Now when you type in Microsoft Word and then you see this red zigzag line, it signifies to you that he doesn't understand that word. It's not his, it is his English, but Ashake is a Yoruba name, so he doesn't understand it. It's trying to, as to try to guess what am I trying to type. It's guessing. So if I right click it, it can suggest, am I trying to type awake? Did I make a mistake? Am I trying to type asako or a sake? So if I know that I am correct, I can just say ignore all, right? Or if I know that, okay, yes, I want to add it to the dictionary for Microsoft Word, I can say, okay, add to autocorrect, okay? And then let's just limit it. There's still a bunch of ways to go about it, but for now, let's leave it here. So I will just say ignore it because I know that Ashake is correct. Okay, so now let's say Davido, let's say Whiskey, let's say, I just want to list one more. Okay, yes, Burna Boy. Okay, now these are all the musical, the artists. Now you know that it's not easy to just tell the total count of these artists that I have listed here. That is where numbering comes in, or bullets comes in. So I want to number it. I want to know how many musical artists I've listed here. All right, there are quite a number of ways. Sometimes anything I want to do, I could highlight everything from the beginning. I held my shift key down and I'm clicking the last one. My cursor was at the top, the first letter, which is at the bob B, and then I am holding my shift key down and I'm clicking Y. So it selects everything here. So what do? I want to number it. I want it to have numbers. You would see still on the home, okay, you will see the bullet and numbering. This very one is bullet points. If I had the bullet points, it just gives me bullets, as you can see. Otherwise, I can have numbers. This is numbering, and then you have different format of numbering. So I want to pick this very one. You can see by default, you can see, I can tell that I actually added 5 artists here. So let me still copy it. I just selected everything the way I did earlier, and then I'll press enter, and then I press Ctrl V. Copying it, I press Ctrl C. I'm going to show you the shortcuts, so you are going to have it as well as a document. So I would like to change this numbering here to bullets. You can see, tada, that's it. There's one thing that I would still want to do. Let's change our font, right? So to change font, you need to highlight it. If I want to change the font of the entire document, I'll just either press Ctrl A or hold my shift key, click on it and select it, right? So I want to change my font. My font is how, just the writing of the letters, or the alphabets. So I'll pick here. Where you have the Calibri is where you can actually change the font name. So I'll click on the little arrow beside it, and it gives me tons and tons of fonts. You can see tons and tons of fonts. So let me stay with this Bell MT, right? And I would like to make it regular. You see, not much of a difference. I actually want to create a difference. So let's see Bradley Hand. So this is it. So you can see. So I've changed my font. Now I want to increase the size of my hobby, being the title, right? I'll make sure I select it. I'll come to this size here, font size that says 12. So I can increase it, let's say to 20. You can see it's now bigger. If I want to make the hobby, make it pop, I want to apply font color. This is font color, right? I'll click on the little arrow to select the kind of font I want. So let's say I want this color, and then I want to change mine to another color. Let's say red or so. So you can see my hobby. So that's how you apply font color to your document. You can do a whole lot more. We have already done bold, italics, and underline. You can do a whole lot more. Now, let's wrap it up by creating a table, because during the class we did create a table. To create a table is just by you clicking on the table tab, right? Once you click on the table tab, Okay, because I told you earlier that we have different version of Microsoft Word. Now, in this version, on my Mac, I can either click on table and I can insert it, or I click on insert and I will see table, right? So I want to bring in table now. I hope you are following and it's not too much of information. If it is, please, you can pause it and come back to it, and you would see that you will do so excellent. Now, I want to insert table, right? I'll pick on this. I will select the the the, the table, the number of rows, the number of column that I'm looking at. So let's create the table for books still, and I would like to just be um, 2 columns and this number of 4 rows. So I clicked on it. So in here, I would like to have the serial number, that is SN, then title of books. Okay, now don't worry about the serial number because you know we had our numbering. It's a very good one that we can use again. So I want to list some books, so I say Oliver Twist. If I want to type in all caps, I just press my caps is on, right? Oliver Twist is a book. I want to type The Drummer Boy. I want to type Things. Oh, I went too further than that. So I want to type Things Fall Apart. These are books I use, so it's still fresh in memory. I'm sure you are using a different kind of book. So I would like to have to number it. So what do? I can just highlight everything. I click on my shift. My cursor is at the first row. I held my shift key down and I click on the last row, the last column. Then I will then go to my numbering. I pick on the numbering library and I select this. You can see. So looking at this, you would see that this pane is too wide, so I want to make it shorter. I want to reduce it, so I can click on my ruler and drag to the left just to have a reduced spaces for the serial number. And if I feel I should reduce the one for the title of books too, I can do so as well. Let me apply bold to the title of my table. That's how table works. You can do a whole lot of things with table. Okay, let me also increase the size of the heading of the table. You can see I can increase the heading of my table to maybe 16. I can even make this table really more beautiful, right? So it's either I click on this entire table and come to table design. On that table you will see other beautiful table design. So if I pick on any of them here, you will see it applies it. Don't forget, it's because I'm using a dark Microsoft, that's why it's appearing this way, but it does look very beautiful. So let me select another kind. Look at that. See, so it looks very beautiful. Okay, you can pause this video and try what I have done. Now let's do the last thing. Welcome back. I want to insert page numbers into my document. I just want to be able to identify pages, page 1, page 2. Let me move this to the next page. Okay, I just press shift enter. It moves the table to the next page. There's a lot that you would need to learn, but just make sure you practice the ones that I'm showing you so that it can stick. So now I will just click on insert. All right, when I click on insert, you will see, just look through, you will then see page number. So I'll click on page number and then I'll just say you should just insert page number. Okay, so that's it. Just insert it, whatever kind of numbers I want. I can select it, but I'm cool with the 1, 2, 3. So I pick it and I say okay. So once I do that, my page number, it appears. It's just that my screen is dark right now, but there is actually number 1 appearing at the bottom of my document. So That's it. That's it. Make sure you practice. Make sure you practice, because practice makes perfect. So in this class, we have been able to change fonts, increase our font size, align our content, our document to the center and justification, or to the right or to the left. Okay, we change the font, we typed, we apply numbering, and then we also apply the bullets points. We inserted table, and we change the design of the table. We also insert page numbers, and that brings us to the end of the class. I hope you enjoy it. Please, if you do, leave a comment. Let me know that you really do enjoy it. Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will definitely come by and give you responses. Okay, till I come your way on Monday, is bye for now. My other video contains the assignment that you are to do. Alright, look out for that video. Bye bye.